Hello, this is Bunmi Ajibade, and welcome to today's episode. In today's episode, I want us to look at a question, and I've been thinking about this question myself, and I want to throw this question also to you as we begin to think about 2024. Wow, did I just say that? 2024. And the question is this: what would you attempt to do in 2024 in your business if you knew you wouldn't fail? What would you attempt to do in your business in 2024 if you knew you wouldn't fail? Come on, let's go. Let's have this conversation. Welcome to Create Your Own Economy podcast, the weekly podcast that equips you with the know-hows, the strategies, tools, and resources to create your own economy, grow your business, and live the life you desire. If you have not done so, hit the subscribe button so you will never miss an episode. And as you all know, that this entrepreneurial journey is beautiful, is fulfilling. At the same time, there are ups and downs and a lot of uncertainties. One time you are happy, you're on top of the world. There's another time you are like, I'm not sure I know what I'm doing. Look, I get it. It's fine. So there is this fear that an entrepreneur will have, just that fear of failure at times that can hold an entrepreneur back from really doing all, from launching out and from doing all that he or she knows that they can do. And we also say that hindsight is 2020. And based on that hindsight, I want you to answer that question as you prepare for 2024. And I ask myself the question, and I want to ask it in another way. I want to ask it differently. If failure were not an option, what audacious goal would you pursue in 2024? If failure was off the table, what audacious goal would you pursue in 2024? And I want this episode to be interactive. I challenge you to really write some notes. Please come back to me, write something, share something with us. In our tribe. Let's also share from your own experience. And I just have just a few things I want to really share. One, and that is one big ticket item on my table for 2024. I'm going to take a calculated risk and go into something new, a project that I have put on the shelf for a long time. I'm going to take it. Remember I said calculated risk. And that risk, and I know as an entrepreneur, you also have some project or something that you have, you have somewhere and you are thinking, oh my God, it's so big. How do I do it? It is too big. It's bigger than me. How do I do it? I know. Just like me, I do have it too. And it might, include investing in innovation. It might include some research, development of new products, or whatever it is for you. Something audacious, something big. We always say, go big or go home. 2024, I'm going big. I don't know about you. The other thing I want you to think about is redefining your goal. I challenge you to redefine your goal, those goals that align with the vision for the business. At times we have these goals that we have worked on over and over again. And don't be too scared to retire some goals, some projects, some services, some things that are not serving you, some things, although you love, but they are not serving you. Don't be too scared to retire them, because when you retire them, they will then give room for those bigger goals that you have put on the shelf for too long. And it's okay, because if those things are not contributing to the financial success of your company, it's okay for you to retire them. You might eventually come back to them, but if they are not serving you right now, you just have to take that leap and retire them, and it's okay. It's okay. If you love them, if you are passionate about them, you can always pick them up later. And the other thing also is really number 3 is forging that strategic partnership. There are sometimes we have these big goals or this big project, and you know that you alone by yourself, you might not have the capacity to bring that project to light. And forging that partnership with some other people might help you, because we are stronger together. So collaborating with like-minded businesses and influencers can really help you amplify that business idea, so that it will be a win-win between you and the collaborator that you have chosen. So think about who can you collaborate with. Think about the business, and think about another business that you can partner with, and see how the two of you can benefit from that business. Then number 4, and I will stop at that, is investment. And when you think about investment, we always think about, oh my goodness, I'm going to spend money. Look, you have to spend money to make money. So how will you spend the money? You need to spend the money in the right places that will bring growth to the business. So I'm talking about investment in your own personal growth and development. Because if you are not growing in your mindset, there's no way you can grow the business, because you can your limit is the limit to the business. So investing in your growth and development, and investing in the growth of the business, innovation of the business, and that is very, very important. And then my other question is, what roadblocks will make you run back inside? Because we, especially when we are planning for the new year, especially when we get to the new year, we are so excited and all that. I want you to start to think ahead and identify some roadblocks that you might come across as you start 2024. So what roadblocks, thinking ahead, what roadblocks will make you run back inside, will make you retreat? And how will you take a stand to be fearless, to be courageous, to be brave, unflinching, bold, daring in 2024? Because when I said that you need to take calculated risk, I'm not saying you just need to be irresponsible and just go do whatever. No, you still need to really do everything you need to do when you are starting a new business, knowing your numbers, do your research, know where the fundings will come from, know where you do all the things you need to do when you are starting a business. But I want you to do them without fear. I want you to be brave. I want you to face everything, to face that project. I want you to face that new service that you want to launch. I want you to be courageous. I want you to be fearless. So think ahead of what roadblock might show up so that you are thinking of how to overcome them before they even show up. If what you have, maybe you have put a project on the shelf for too long and you think it's not relevant now, you have to do the research for the industry. What can you do to upgrade it before you start launching and before you bring it out? So do the research, do the work. Is a calculated risk, but be ready to do it. So I want you to share with me, what are some roadblocks you have identified as you are planning for 2024? How are you going to overcome the roadblock? I challenge you, as I challenge myself, to take action. Now, let's make it interactive. I want to hear from you. If failure were not an option, what audacious goal would you pursue in 2024? Be careful of the law of diminishing intent. And this is what it is. The longer you wait to act on whatever you are passionate about, the greater the odds of not getting it done. So the time to work on it is now. The time to do the work is now. If you want to talk, if you want to run some things by me, if you want to, if you have gone through your planning towards 2024 and you need an extra ear to hear some things you are thinking about, you can schedule your free discovery call with me. Go to my website, www.clarolgr.com/meet. And if your goal in 2024 is to start your own business, is to create your own economy, is to say, you know what, 2024 is my year to start my business, but I'm not sure, am I ready? I encourage you to go to my website and take the 10-point checklist to determine how ready you are. Go to my website, www.clarolgr.com/checklist. And I invite you to share this podcast and write a review. Just let me hear from you. I will see you in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. The best gift you can give me is by sharing this podcast with your friends, your family, and reviewing it, which will help this podcast to grow organically. If you want to create your own economy and live the life that you deserve, join my next workshop or schedule time with me. My purpose may as well be to help you on your journey. Visit clarolgr.com/workshop. See you again next week.